Hey guys, so it is the end of the semester here. I have 2 weeks left. So one thing that I wanted to do was make a fact versus myth video about things that I have learned since I have been in Grenada and at St. George's University. So basically, I heard a lot of things coming here. Of course, the admissions people tell you different things. You hear what the school wants you to hear, what they advertise. And I'm not to say like schools lie, but schools are going to show you the sugar-coated version of everything. This has been like a really big learning experience for me, and like even just looking at my videos from the beginning of the semester to now, I know I've learned a lot because not only just from locals who follow my YouTube, to people who have been here for previous semesters and everything. So I've definitely learned a lot, and so I just want to say some things that I've realized may not have been what I originally thought or heard. Okay, so number one, something that I was told when I first looked into SU is that even though it's in the Caribbean, most students are American. That is a myth. It is not true. A lot of people here from America. I went to a PWI in undergrad and back in the States, and yes, a lot of my classes resemble it, but there is a lot of people who are not from here. There are a lot of people from other Caribbean countries. There are people from the Eastern Hemisphere, in the Middle East, in India. There's Asian people here. There are Hispanics. There are people from Africa, and I would not say that's not like why I chose SU or anything, but it's just something I was told, and it's obviously something that's not true. And I like that there's a lot of different people. I have friends from everywhere, and I love it because I learn all about different people's backgrounds and cultures. Let's see, number two, something that I did see like everywhere is that Grenadians are like a very friendly group of people. That is true. Almost everyone that I have met who lives here is very nice, very helpful, polite. I speak to people, whether they want to be spoke to or not. I smile and everything, and I just think that's nice. And I mean, there's obviously people who have their own opinions that don't think that and think people are rude, but no, in my opinion, they're very helpful. There was one time I left my wallet on a public bus when I went to pick my mom up from the airport, and when I went back to the airport, the man had it, and he was just like, oh, I was gonna drop it back by your house like once I got off my shift. And I think I've mentioned it before, their crime rates are low. It's not gonna be people bothering you and harassing you. Like, obviously there's gonna be crime and bad people everywhere you go, but I would say as a whole, Grenadian people are really nice. So that is something that was true. Something else that I see like a lot on the actual like SGU like acceptance page is that, oh yeah, there's an IGA around. It's the grocery store that's like students are recommended to go to. First of all, there's so many other grocery stores around. Even on one of the SGU bus routes, you go to a grocery store called Food Fair. There's another one on one of the bus routes called CK Supermarket. It's just IGA is the thing that the school brands and it's the only like American brand, and it is on the main bus route that comes the most often to campus, but it's not the only one. And like some students only shop there, and I mean, I've had a lot of people in my comments tell me like, try here, and they're on the main bus route, like if you catch one of the local buses, and definitely if I had a car, I would try different places just to see around. So that is not true. IGA is not the only grocery store on the island. There's a lot of different places, and then there's small little markets and small stores that sell groceries. So yeah. Another one that I heard is that cash is the preferred way to pay down here. That is true. That is a fact. Pretty much everywhere takes cards down here, but people are gonna want cash more. I brought a bunch of US cash down here. If you're bringing a bunch of cash from wherever you're coming from, I recommend that you convert it to EC, just because like the US exchange rate is $2.67, $2.69, depending on who you're talking to, and that does not exchange evenly, and so somebody is going to be rounded up or down out of, and so it's better if you just have EC. I have Wells Fargo, and so it does charge me a 3% international charge for every transaction I make. So even though that's usually only some cent, cash is easier. My landlord prefers cash. That is something that I was told, was that most landlords prefer cash. And it's just easier, and especially like if you go out somewhere and a lot of people don't have card machines, cash is easier. It makes your life a lot simpler. So that was one thing that was definitely true. Something else, grocery prices are the same. That is a myth. I am not complaining here. I understand a lot of things are imported here, but it's something that I was told when I first started looking into like moving here. And someone was like, yeah, so if mac and cheese costs you like $3 in the US, the exchange rate is about $3 here, so you'll be paying like $9 in EC, but it's basically the same. It's not the same. Stuff is more expensive here. Groceries are higher. I don't know if you've seen my grocery shopping video where I price compare back to Walmart in the States. I get it. I shop at IGA, which is a little higher than if I shopped elsewhere. But to like my local subscribers and people who watch my video, I don't want you to think like I'm complaining, because I did get a comment that I complained on my Q&A video. I'm not complaining. I'm making this video like, I don't know if you heard that loud sound, that was tools. I'm making this video as a comparison to like my growth in education in a new country. And so a lot of the things that I talk about are for my friends and family back home. And so I'm comparing a lot of things. And so comparing grocery prices here, no matter where I shop, no matter even if I get local brands, a lot of stuff is still higher than if I were to get the equal generic brand back at home. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it to discourage anyone from coming here. I'm just saying like that is something. A lot of things will be the same. I mean, some stuff will still be cheap, especially if like you go in the market and buy produce, or you know, you get the local brand stuff. It's cheaper, but I mean, just knowing students, they go for what they know. If you want your Lay's potato chips, obviously they're gonna be more because you imported them, but just as a whole, things are just more. And it's not like drastically more. Like you're not gonna be paying like 5 times the price of a gallon of milk, but it's higher. So that one is a myth. Not complaining. I know they're cheaper options, but that's one. Another one that I was told is it is hot here. Fact. It rains here. Fact. There are mosquitoes here. Fact. That is 3 things that I must say. Oh my God, whoever told me that, everybody who's told me that is completely right. It is hot here. I have friends who are from I have a friend who's from Arizona, and she says it has not been as hot as it is in Arizona. She's lying to me, and I don't know why she's lying to me. It is hot here, and I'm from Georgia, so it gets humid hot, but here it's hot without the humidity, so it's like a pure hot. And I mean, it's not horrible. My body has definitely adjusted now, but it's hot here. And when it rains, it pours for like all of 2 seconds, and then it's like sunshine like that. And I'm just like, how? But yeah, like when it rains, it's gonna pour down and it's gonna rain to the side, and even if you have an umbrella, it's gonna like come at an angle so it hits you like not on the umbrella but under the umbrella, and only half of your body will be wet and not the other half. And then because there's so much rain and water, what brings water? Mosquitoes. So yeah, luckily it is the rainy season right now, so I know next semester it'll be drier. But yeah, be prepared. You know, I'm glad I don't have that sweet blood. Mosquitoes don't like me. I don't get bit that much, but I do get bit, and I get some big bumps. So that is true. Have some good skin bug repellent if you're coming down here. Be prepared for the rain and the heat. That's the biggest fact on here. Okay, another thing that I was told is that Grenada is a very poor country. Like when I would look up things or see reviews, they just made it seem like, oh, you're going to school in the heart of this third world country. And obviously, if you're not in one of like the superpower first world countries, yeah, a country is deemed as third world. And when you're not at the touristy points, like, yeah, it's third world. Like, I'd say it's a myth. Like, yeah, there are poor areas. There are areas that could, you know, need some improvement and modernization. But like, there's technology here. People do stuff. There's businesses, and nice cars. Like, people aren't just on the street begging and starving and filth everywhere. Like, I feel like people like dramatized it. Like, I'm pretty sure obviously if you like, I mean, even like my professors here, like who are from here, will tell me like if you go up in the mountains where it's poorer and like on the other side of the island it's less like that. But like where students are, I wouldn't say it's like that. And I don't like that like people downplay things that like aren't even that bad. Like, obviously you're gonna have your first world problems, like things aren't gonna be just readily there at your disposal, but it's not horrible. It's not something that you can't do. Like, the bus system is nice, there's buildings, my apartment's nice, like your place of living is nice, the school is nice. So I mean, people even still complain, but who cares? I say that's a myth. Like, you're not, if you're coming here, you're thinking of coming here, like you're not gonna be just like out in the middle of nowhere, just like I don't know, it's not super poor. Yeah, that's all I have down. I didn't want to make the video like too long, and I mean, it's not that much that like, you know, didn't meet my expectations. Like, there were some things that I was told and it just, you know, happened like that. There were some things I was expecting, and then there were some things that like I wasn't prepared for. But you know, you just got to figure them out when you're here, and you find out more things. You meet new people who know more than you do. And like me, like I really like how this YouTube has made me like find new friends who are locals or like, you know, prospective students. So I mean, you just learn different things, and so that's my take on this. You know, be open about it. Just know that like everything that everyone tells you may or may not be true, but you gotta come down here and make the best experience for yourself. If you're like thinking of coming to Grenada for med or vet or any other type of school here, and if you're one of my Grenadian subscribers, then I hope I didn't say anything to offend you. I've gotten really self-conscious about making videos now because I don't want to come off rude or anything. Like, it's just a learning experience for me. I'll leave with that. Till next time. Hey guys, so Thanksgiving just passed back in the States, and I was really sad not being able to be with my family, but I'm in a giving mood. So this weekend I made 2 videos for you. So don't forget to check out the one that I'm posting below this one. Hope you enjoy it.